Don't we still have 2 more recruits?
Yep.
Oh man. Okay. Damage protection. Attack damage. London field generator. So many upgrades. Tech cooldowns.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Later, updating crew dental records. All Cerberus personnel have cyanide capsules in molars. Primitive. Ocular nerve flashbangs harder to disarm. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
You had me so worried when you were trapped on the collector ship. Thank goodness for 𝗍𝗍.
Yeah.
The Normandy crew delivered, including you.
You're too kind. We were there to help, but 𝗍𝗍 gets the credit this time. The elusive man made sure 𝗍𝗍 was installed for this mission. Now I see why. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
You have nothing to say about how the elusive man acted or what. I was like... that is just so distrustful too.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Is there anything I should know?
Tali seems very distraught after receiving a message.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe you could check in on her down in engineering. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
We haven't even talked to him once! But sure. Okay.
So the collectors were once Protheans, repurposed by the Reapers. What a sad end.
Makes you wonder if the keepers on the Citadel were once something different.
Yeah, the keepers were like... Oh. Right.
Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Alright. You gotta check your messages?
I don't think I have one. I have one, Kelly?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private
Now
terminal.
you tell me. Unread. What? Are you lying to me now? I don't like this climate on the ship. It's very distrustful. A lot of lies. Man. At which point do we stop going to Kasumi?
People are talking out there.
When you stop having new quests.
𝗍𝗍 has a wicked sense of humor. Or I should say, a really funny lack of one. Sometimes she seems like a person. But when it comes down to it, I can't get past her being a computer. This one security guy keeps staring at me.
I don't think that's
His name
anything
is
new.
Bert.
No.
I'm used to being watched by security, but they're usually staring at my eyes or watching my hands. I might have to...
Still talking in a distance. That's great.
What's this area of the ship? Normandy's. That's all for now.
This mission takes me back.
Everything does.
Collectors and Protheans. It's all above my pay grade. I'm more used to putting down rebellions, tracking down bastards who didn't pay their gambling debts. Still, even I know a galaxy-shaking revelation when I hear one. Makes fighting land wars for pay seem small time. Me and 𝗏𝗏𝗍𝗏 were hired to take out this one guy, Matthias, I think. Hell, I forget. Turns out it was a trap. We got jumped by a hit squad. 2 Batarians, a Krogan, and a Hanar. Damn jellyfish nearly choked me to death. Wore a neck brace for weeks to cover that up. Haven't underestimated a Hanar since.
Damn.
I should let you go.
I honestly didn't know they had it in them.
I think that's what you said the first time you said that.
What's this area of the ship? That's all for
Oh,
now.
I didn't know we already heard that.
Shepard.
Oh, that's why you are.
Shepard, I've got a problem and I may need your help. But I need to ask you something first. I need to know if I can trust you. Some of this might involve fleet security. Cerberus cannot be involved.
You have my word. If necessary, I'll contact the elusive man to make sure he stays out.
Don't bother. He just lied to you. Hearing it from you is enough. I just received a message from the Migrant Fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
We're gonna have a court photo.
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
You want to investigate. You want to investigate.
Yeah.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the Migrant Fleet again.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
That's messed up.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was a 𝗨𝗏𝗂𝗆𝗏, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned, posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
Investigate still.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Oh.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
Hey.
Gabby, you'd say the Normandy is a she, not a he, right?
Of course. The Normandy's the sweetest girl there is.
And Edie's a she. Tali's definitely a she.
What are you getting at, Kenneth?
I'm just saying I'm feeling a wee bit threatened. A lot of female energy, and I'm just one man.
You're such a dick.
See? Look where your mind went. I've got to watch out for myself.
What the fuck?
I mean, try.
I would.
Talking to...
Hey.
What's happening?
Shepard, we talked enough. You're just pissing around. No hard feelings, but I don't want to play.
Really?
I should go.
Whatever.
I'm not woman enough for her. I'm just not woman enough.
What are you doing?
Going the wrong places.
Remember that time you trekked everywhere twice trying to find the elevator?
I think that was Price Ace.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They all give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one imprint, a Shala'Raan with the... what are they? The things on his head pulled apart? Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that, a few weeks for them? So what did you want?
You know, I kind of thought connecting with your past would bring stability.
See, now we're having fun. Me remembering good deaths, and you with your funny human thing you're doing. My job is to hurt things. Direction, control, that's your job, Battlemaster. You're why I'm a soldier, not dead or crazed like an animal. Thank you, Shepard. You gave me purpose. Now, let's find something big to kill.
Okay.
Now,
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything. Clan, kin, and enemies to fight.
Alright.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
I think he likes me.
Yeah, you're his battle master. Alright, so...
I know what that means.
So now what are we doing?
That's a good question. What do you want to do?
I mean, I want to keep playing. That's... I just meant, do you want to go to Ilium finally? Do you want to do Tali's loyalty mission
No
first?
messages for you, Commander.
I'm very intrigued by Tali's loyalty mission. What is gonna be the shortest mission we can do?
You do a lot on Ilium. Ilium is a hub planet, like the Citadel. Or Tuchanka.
Okay, then not Ilium. So, what is shorter? Miranda, Tali, or Garrus?
Miranda is Ilium.
Okay. Also, what are the recruits?
They're all on Ilium.
Okay. Then, Garrus or Tali?
Is this the last thing we're doing for the day?
Yes.
I would recommend Tali, because I really like Tali's loyalty mission, and Garrus's kinda sucks.
Yeah. I got that when he talked about it.
Migrant Fleet.
Migrant Fleet. Whoa! Look at that. That's just a giant ball. A fleet of 50,000 craft holding over 70 million Quarians. The Migrant Fleet is the largest area of spacefaring vessels in the known galaxy. Though Quarians on pilgrimage have visited most settled worlds in the galaxy, few outsiders have ever stepped foot inside the Quarian ship.
Time for that to change.
And, should we bring Kasumi? I feel like Tali and Kasumi would go along well.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'd take Garrus.
Okay.
Just for the buddy situation.
Right, okay. Fair enough.
Alright.
Okay,
Operative 4 or AI hacking 3.
What?
And there's a 4 option. Did you pick AI hacking 3 just so you wouldn't have to pick a 4?
Shut up.
Alright.
A combat drone.
Yes.
Is that useful?
Yes. Wait, no. I would recommend you put one in AI hacking and get both 4s. And wait. And look at it.
Just tell me about the pig, I don't care.
Well, one explodes when it dies, and the other does more damage.
Just pick for me, I said.
Attack drone, sure. I don't want to pick for you.
Pick for me.
Engineer.
I really don't care, so mine would just be random anyway. Why is this at the bottom? This is not better, right?
No, it's not. Well, they're different. That's the more powerful one, but it has less shots.
𝗏𝗍𝗄𝗏 𝗏𝗡𝗏, requesting permission to dock with the 𝗏𝗏.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Captain Shepard, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
I've never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aboard it. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Keelah Se'lai. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Tali helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
You don't want to ask you did
This
what?
sounds like I'm accusing her. Like I'm accusing her of like that she did bring active Geth aboard.
No. That she sent parts and pieces.
Yeah, but why would I be shocked about that?
Well, when did that happen?
You sent Geth materials back to the Migrant Fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Captain.
Hello.
You can talk.
You should speak with Admiral She's waiting for you up ahead.
I can't believe they're charging 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 with such a thing.
If
𝗨𝗪𝗋𝗃 can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her. She's as good as convicted. Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing her. 𝗨𝗪𝗋𝗃 is guilty.
That seems inefficient.
𝗨𝗪𝗋𝗃𝗀𝗺 Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepherd vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shala'Raan vas 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗀. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the 𝗏𝗏.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as 𝗨𝗪𝗋𝗃 vas 𝗏𝗏. Whatever we must call you legally.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Indeed she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
So, you would actually speak for my defense?
Tali, I'm not a lawyer. Hell, everyone thinks I'm part of 𝗧𝗵𝗺𝗃. Do you really think I can help you?
They're trying to turn the crowd against me. That's why they changed my status to vas Normandy. This whole trial is a farce.
You underestimate us, Tali. Do not forget that you have friends as well as enemies. I delayed their attempt to try you in absentia. I convinced them to allow a human into our midst. You still have a chance. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
Ah, this is... Oof. I am definitely not good for as a defendant, I'm sorry.
Why do you say that?
Well, I'm slow when it comes to logical thinking, and I'm not very convincing.
Shepard is.
Mm-hmm.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keelah Se'lai. The accused 𝗨𝗪𝗋𝗃𝗀𝗺 vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard vas Normandy. Your crew member 𝗨𝗪𝗋𝗃𝗀𝗺 stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains 𝗨𝗪𝗋𝗃𝗀𝗺 vas 𝗏𝗏, a proud member of the Migrant Fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zal'Koris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent 𝗨𝗪𝗋𝗃𝗀𝗺 in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the Migrant Fleet. What say you?
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard vas Normandy. Your crew member 𝗨𝗪𝗋𝗃𝗀𝗺 stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Objection withdrawn.
Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the Migrant Fleet. What say you?
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the 𝗟𝗨𝗄𝗃. Your father included.
What? What? Oh, Keelah.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the Migrant Fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarry and strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the 𝗟𝗨𝗃.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you 𝗏𝗍𝗃!
You intend to retake the 𝗟𝗨𝗃 from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the 𝗟𝗨𝗃. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Right.
There are conversations to be had.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the 𝗟𝗨𝗃, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the 𝗟𝗨𝗃, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the 𝗟𝗨𝗃 have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the 𝗟𝗨𝗃. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
Are the judges that set on finding her guilty?
Anything involving the Geth is a live wire, Shepard. But there is still hope. Handgirls greatly respects both you and Tali Zora for stopping Saren. Admiral Koresh sees the whole thing as a war crime and wants to convict. I have no idea what Admiral Zen wants. You should get to the 𝗟𝗨𝗃 soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What can you tell us about the 𝗟𝗨𝗃?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the 𝗟𝗨𝗃 sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
That before you.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before real, I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
What are you saying?
I was saying that line is such a bugbear of mine. Because she says what she says, and then Tali says, no, we don't. What did she say again? Was it, we must assume the worst?
What can you tell us about the
much.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found.
We knew nothing until the 𝗟𝘆𝗲𝗄 sent a distress signal, then went.
You're saying there's no data about the inside?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls.
We must assume the worst.
We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
And Tali responds as if she had said, we have to assume the worst. And I am certain this is only a thing because the voice actress changed the line and they didn't change Tali's response. Because no, we don't doesn't make sense for we must assume the worst, but does for we have to assume the worst.
Okay.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Real was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rail's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Real was committed to the 𝗬𝗺𝗀𝗀 cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the Migrant Fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
We should move on.
Good luck on the 𝗟𝘆𝗲𝗄.